All right, so now we are going to turn in our grammar books to page 133. 133. And it's kind of nice. It's a short lesson, so that's good because we have a lot to do in the writing part of the class. So we're going to talk about numbers in our grammar today, and Chase is coming in, so we'll let him come in. There we go. Okay, Chase, if you can hear us, we're on page 133. Okay, good. I see your thumbs up there in the grammar book. Okay, so numbers, when you're writing and you want to include a number, there's a rule in grammar about how to do that. So you spell out numbers that can be expressed in 1 or 2 words, like the word 12. That can be written in 1 word. So you would write it out, TWELVE, 12. And for example, 100. Now 100 is 2 words. So you can use the words with the letters to spell out 100. But if your number is something like 142, that's too many. That's more than 2 words. So you would just use the numerals 1, 4, and 2. Okay, so that's the little rule. It says use a hyphen with numbers from 21 to 99. So when you write out 21, it looks like this with a dash, with a hyphen. And then 99, and all the in between, like 31, 32, 33, all of those numbers between 21 and 99. You write out the word with a hyphen. But if it's a big number like 10,423, then you would need to actually write the actual number. That's the rule. So if it's 1 or 2 words, you write the word. If it's a big number and has more than 2 words, you write out the actual number. Okay. So, and then you're also going to spell out ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers are first and second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, those types of numbers you will write out with words. And then ordinal numbers tell the order or position in a sequence. This is how you're going to fix it. Place a line through the incorrect number and write the correct number or the correct word above it. Here's your example. The second soldier ate 3 of the 25 apples. All right, so second, that's another way you can write it is 2ND, but that's not correct when you're writing a story, okay? If you're doing a text or some kind of short note to somebody, that's okay to use 2ND. But when you're writing a story for my class or for another paper that you're doing for schoolwork, you want to spell out second, SECOND. So you draw a line through the number and write it above. Same here with the number 3. It's 1 word, so you need to spell out 3. So you draw a line through it and spell out 3. And then for 25 apples, draw a line through the 25 and write it out with words. Okay, so that is those are the rules with numbers. Do you have any questions about that so far? If not, just shake your head so I know you don't have any questions. Okay, let's move on to page 135, our practice page. Okay, does anybody want to volunteer to read this morning? Okay, Alex, go for it.
The dwarf told him, "You must go to the princess and get her to consume 9 or 10 apples."
Okay, good. So there's a lot of things we're going to fix in here today, but the vocabulary word is consume. And Alex, do you know what consume means?
Like, and get her to pick.
No, not to pick. Anybody else know what consume means?
To like put inside, it means to eat and like consume, like put in your body.
Yes, that's right, Chase. I see Cassie's hand and Alexis's hand. Did you say the same thing? Were you going to say the same thing? Basically to eat?
I didn't have my hand raised.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and you too, Alex. So yeah, or was that Wyatt that just said that? I didn't catch that. Anyway, consume means to eat. We got that. Okay, so that's the vocabulary word. Articles, you know what to do. Go ahead and mark them. There's 2. All right, we're going to go to the nouns. Alexis, help us with the nouns here in this page. Don't forget to unmute.
Dwarf, princess, apples.
Dwarf, princess, apples. Man, you're like blasting through this. Okay, pronouns. Let's go to Wyatt next. Pronouns are the ones that take the place of a noun.
Him,
Good.
her,
Yes.
you.
Good. Yes, you got it. Adjectives, Cassie. Words that describe the nouns. There's 2 of them.
Must.
No, I'm going to give you a clue. Okay, look at the word apples and then look for an adjective that describes how many.
9 or 10.
9 or 10. There you go. So, but before we mark that, we do need to fix that. I see you waving me down, Alex. I'm going to have Cassie help me with this. Okay. So we need to fix the numbers. We should write them out. So do you know how to spell 9?
Yeah. N-I-N-E.
Good. And then we need to spell 10. How do you spell 10?
T-E-N.
There you go. Now we can put on top of that ADJ, ADJ, because those are the adjectives in that sentence. Good. All right. Now we have coordinating conjunctions. Do you guys remember this? Fanboy. All right, Alex. Remember what they stand for?
And. It's and 2.
Okay, hold on. Let's fill in fanboy first. I want you to write this on your page too. So let me go to Chase. Do you remember what each letter stands for here for fanboy? What is F?
For and nor but or yet.
Good. Go ahead and write that in, guys. Fanboy. Whoops. And you can draw a little arrow over here so that you can remember whenever you're looking for coordinating conjunctions, that's what you're looking for.
So it's and not yet. It's trying to find it.
Chase, do you know which one it is? What's the other?
Or.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, Alex, and then next time I'm going to call on somebody else so we can take turns. Okay, good job. All right, we can put a check by that. How about the prepositional phrase, Chase? You remember how to find those?
It's like okay, let me see.
I will give you a clue though, because we do need to fix this word. You must go to.
I know.
What word should that be, Chase?
To
How do you spell it?
T-O.
Good. T-O. So now what's our prepositional phrase?
To the princess.
Yes, to the princess. So we needed to fix that to a preposition, to, T-O. To the princess. Good job, Chase. All right, back to Alexis. Let's look for the verbs. We're looking for subject verb pairs, but the verbs we need to find first.
I would say go.
Yes. What else? There's
Um,
3 more.
Go and told.
Yes. 2 more.
Must.
Must. And it's actually get. But the weird thing is they don't have consume marked as a verb, but it is a verb. So I think we should mark that as a verb because that means to eat. Consume.
You froze for at least a minute.
Oh, did you miss what I said?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. So it was quiet on my end too, and I thought you were thinking. So I told you get is the other verb. And then we were just talking about that word consume, that it means to eat. So that is also a verb there. Okay. Alex, did you have a question?
No, but I know the subject.
Okay, go ahead, Alex. What's the subject?
The subject is who said you must go? The dwarf. So
Good.
And then there how many more?
There's
subjects?
only one more subject. So it's within what he says. Who must go?
You must go.
Okay, there we go. So subject is dwarf and then you. Good job. All right, that's it for that. Capitals, you guys know that right there. There's 2 capitals. The other one is right here when he speaks for you. So the and you. End mark is period. Homophone, we already fixed. It was this one. TWO is supposed to be TO. And then we already fixed the 2 numbers. Don't forget to indent. Do you see how it's pushed over? So you're going to start right here. The. Go ahead and write your sentence. Good. I see that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up when you guys are done. Okay, thank you, Chase. Thank you, Alex. Good, Alexis.
I saw the Doritos commercial that you sent me.
It's a good one, huh? With the goat.
Yeah,
Still my favorite.
it's my favorite now.
Oh, good.
That one commercial is old. That's like wasn't it from 2013 or something?
Something like that. Yeah, I know. It's an old one, but it's still my all-time favorite. So.
I was born that year.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you didn't remember, obviously.
My dad probably saw it.
Probably.
Have
All
you
right.
seen? Have you seen the new Quantumania?
What was that, Alex?
Have you seen the Quantumania?
I have not.
I
Is that a
haven't.
good one? Oh.
My friend said it's 2013.
Oh, yeah, from 2013. You were born in 2013?
Yeah.
Wow.
Same year of the Dorito commercials.
Oh, yeah. Did you see it too? Did you watch it on that I put on the Google Classroom?
Yeah, but I probably don't remember from when I was little.
Oh, that's okay. All right, you guys,
I thought it was super funny.
we need to, I know, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. Okay, we need to get out your homework that you worked on this week, which was the Sahara Sand Viper keyword outline. So go ahead and get out your keyword outline for that. And then I also need you to get out the stories, everything that we're working on. It should be at the front of your binder. So Alex, I know that you've been absent, so you need to get out pages 81 through 89 in your binder. Okay, Alex? 81 through 89. And then for your homework, what we did, Alex, you'll just have to catch up, okay? You'll have to work on that. Was the
81 through 89.
81 through 89. Yep, that's
So,
it.
so that includes like 83, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes, all of those. Yep. I think it's 5 pages that you need to take out.
Oh, I do really need to take up 83 and 85.
Yes, you need to take out those two. Because we're going to be working on those for the next couple of weeks. So you're going to move it after class. When we're done looking at it, we'll move it to the front of your binder. Okay.
And wait, what this is Sahara. Oh, I only have the Sahara, but I don't have this. I don't have the Sahara Sand Viper. I have this right here. I only have
Because you're behind, Alex. It's okay. Those, yeah, those, you're not done with those yet. So just, this is new. So once you get all those pages out, 81 through 89, you can copy this down. We're going to talk about this. Okay. Put that on a lined piece of paper. I made a copy of it. And so my lines didn't show up, but it's on a regular lined piece of paper. Okay. Cassie, did you have something to say?
Can I tell you something that happened this weekend real quick?
Can you save it to the end, actually? Because I really want to
Okay.
hear it, but remind me at the very end, okay? Okay. All right, so you guys should have out your keyword outline for the Sahara, if I can say it, the Sahara Sand Viper. And I got to tell you something. I messed up on the title right here. So if you wrote it in pencil, I'm okay if you erase it this time. If you wrote it in pen, I'm going to have you just draw a line through it, because it really should be called Desert Reptiles. So it should be this, Desert Reptiles.
Man, I just wrote it down.
Sorry, Alex. Should have told you that first. So remember how last time, and I know, Alex, you're just going to have to listen in. And once you watch my other videos, it'll make more sense to you. Okay?
I watched 2 of them. I just didn't watch the one with. I watched the one where there was no homework due, so I was lucky that time. Otherwise, I would.
Okay, that was easy. That's good. Okay. So what we're learning is how to write a report, okay? And what we're learning to do is take different articles, which are, you know, things written that have facts in them, interesting facts about different snakes, right? We're talking about different desert reptiles. That's the subject of this report. Now, the topics, there's going to be, how many topics are there? There are 3 topics, okay? The first topic is the Sahara Sand Viper. And that one, you should already have this filled out because that was part of your homework. That was your homework to fill that out. And then we're going to move on to another topic later this morning. But you're going to have 3 topics to write about desert reptiles. Okay, we're learning how to make a report, basically, is what we're doing. So on Roman numeral 1, we have the name of this snake, Sahara sand viper, and we decided to put the word unusual. And then, remember this from last week? We looked at, mine got copied weird, but we looked at interesting facts and then we numbered them. Remember how we did that? And each of those numbers was going to be part of your outline for numbers 1 through 6. Okay. So what I want to do first is, I think I'm going to skip that part actually. Let me look at my notes really quick here. Give me a thumbs up if you have all of this filled out on your outline for Sierra Sand Vipers. I see yours, Alexis, good, Cassie, Wyatt. Do you have yours filled out all the way?
Did we have like, do you mean by the numbers or you mean by like writing inside it?
Inside of it. I know you don't have yours done, Alex. It's okay. Chase, do you have yours done? Okay, good. I see your thumbs up. Then I want you to look really quick and just make sure. I know on this one we had 4 words and I made an exception to that rule because of the name of the viper. So make sure for numbers 1 to 3 or 1 to 6 that you only have 3 keywords written. Now you can have symbols and numbers and abbreviations for free, but give me a thumbs up if you only have 3 words for each of these 1 through 6. Yay. Okay, good. Excellent job, you guys. Okay, so now what I want you to do on your keyword outline is skip a line. I know you can't see my lines, so just pretend that they're there, okay? You're going to skip a line and you're going to do Roman numeral 2 now. And on the outside of that, I want you to write the word topic again. And this time, we are going to talk about the Mojave rattlesnake. It's kind of cool because you guys live near Mojave. We all do. So we're going to put Mojave.
Especially it gets so hot in Bakersfield.
Yes. The
I live
Mojave
I live 4
rattlesnake.
hours from the Mojave Desert.
Yeah. Okay. So you know where that's at. Probably drive through that a lot. And then
I
under
live farther from that.
okay. I want you to do again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then clincher. And I want you to notice now we have Roman numeral 1 and Roman numeral 2, and we're using 2 different articles, but we're still writing about desert reptiles. That is our main subject of this report. Give me a thumbs up when you got Roman numeral 2 finished with what I have there. And then next week, we're going to add a Roman numeral 3, and it's that one that's called Gray's Monitor. And we're going to talk about that next week. But this week, we're talking about the Mojave rattlesnake. And I would have to say that snakes are like the worst animal in my book. I mean, I can't think of any other animal that's worse than a rattlesnake in my mind. I really don't like snakes in general. I know some of you are surprised because I think you probably think snakes are cool.
They're
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think so. They creep me out, so I get scared.
Guys,
Chimps are worse than snakes.
this is my favorite animal.
They are your favorite animal? Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
There's something worse than a rattlesnake.
Chimps.
Hey, where I
rattlesnakes
live,
are
there's
awful.
something worse than a rattlesnake.
What's worse than a rattlesnake?
Anaconda.
Well, where I live, there's these spiders like that are in these trees, but people don't know if they're like people don't count them as an animal, so they think they're distinct, but some people think that they're not. So one time, this lady, they were having her tree cut down, and even if they touch you, like you'll start getting this very big lump and everything, and you'll have to go to the hospital, and you don't have a big chance of living.
Hippos
Okay,
are
yeah, that's pretty bad. But I guess a spider is more of a arachnid, right? I mean, they're like
Yeah.
different type of animal than a rattlesnake. These are reptiles, so.
But
All
there
right.
is something. It's the a frog, the golden frog. If you touch it, you'll die instantly.
Well, not instantly, maybe in like 30 seconds. So
That's pretty close to instantly.
Yeah,
30
it's
seconds.
the
That's
golden
crazy.
one, and it has like enough venom to kill like 39 humans or something.
Oh my gosh.
its venom is
It's
like
worse.
more
than-
poisonous than like fentanyl.
You guys are gonna give me nightmares. Thanks a lot. If I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's your fault.
And little teeny, there's this little.
I already have nightmares
Oh, no, that's not good, Alexis.
about what they talk about.
No.
We don't like these little worms, right?
The
There's
mule,
these little worms that
Yeah.
have teeth, and they go like, and they'll bite your finger off.
ew,
Ever,
stop
like, had
it.
a dream where you like ruined your life, but then you woke up?
Okay, we gotta go on. We don't want to start talking about dreams. That'll be all day, I'm sure.
I'll be right back.
Okay, get out this page. This is page 85. This is Mojave rattlesnake. Now remember, looking at this, I don't think there's a back to it. Let me just double check. No, it's just this page. But there's probably like 12 different facts in here, I'm going to guess, just by looking at it. But we only need to pick 6 for our keyword outline, right? We only need to pick 6 facts. So how we're going to do that is just read it and underline what we find interesting. Okay, we're going to find things that we think are interesting about it. And then we're going to go back and number them to make sure we have 6 things. Got it? So I'm going to read it. You guys follow along on yours, and then we'll decide what we want to underline as far as interesting facts. The Mojave rattlesnake is armed and dangerous. I kind of like that, armed and dangerous. Sounds like a criminal out there that's, you know, the police are trying to find, and he's armed and dangerous. Watch out. Okay, so the Mojave rattlesnake is armed and dangerous, a medium-sized snake. It's long, retractable fangs, inject a very powerful venom. Its venom is stronger than that of any other rattlesnake in North America. When threatened, a Mojave rattlesnake will begin to rattle, bring its head up, and strike at danger over and over. All right, we just finished the first paragraph. There are some really cool facts, even though I really don't like snakes. Still, there's some cool facts in here. So what do you think is an interesting fact from that first paragraph? You guys have any ideas? I see Alex has your hand up. You guys be thinking too. What's an interesting fact in the first paragraph, Alex?
Well, I kind of already knew this, but I think that the retractable fangs are pretty cool, how they just retract and go in and out. And that actually the rattlesnake, it's when it's warning you, it rattles.
Yes.
Tail
Yeah.
rattles, and it's warning you, and you have to stay still just in case you get face to face with one. Then you go back super duper slowly, and you never run back, otherwise it'll strike. But when
Yes.
it's rattling, you need to give it its space.
Okay, but I agree, the retractable fangs, and go ahead and underline this on your paper. This is an interesting fact. Retractable fangs inject a very powerful venom. And I think that the fact that they rattle and bring its head up and strike at danger. So let's underline that, rattle, bring its head up and strike at danger. Underline that. That's an interesting fact too. And that's what Alex was saying too. So
And its venom is stronger than any other rattlesnake in North America.
yeah. We can include that. It kind of is included with the word powerful venom. We could just do venom is stronger. I like that too, Alex. Stronger than any of the other rattlesnakes. Okay. All right, now moving on to the next paragraph. So really we have here, we can combine these. We can say retractable fangs and strongest venom or something like that. We can include those facts together And then right here, rattling, bring its head up and strike at danger. That would be a second fact. So we've got, let's go ahead and number these. Let's put a 1 here and a 2 here, and we can combine these two, okay, into the same fact or into the same number on our outline. All right, so going on, I'm going to read the paragraph and then we're going to do that again where I read it and then you tell me what you think is interesting. And I know, Alex, you have a lot to say, but let's try to give somebody else a turn too in the class, okay? But you can be thinking though. While they grow up to 50 inches long, most grow to about 3 feet. Mojave rattlesnakes can be tan, olive, or gray brown with dark diamond-like patterns running down their backs. Their heads are wide and triangle-shaped, but their name comes from the rattle at the end of their tails. Starting with just one section when they are young, the rattles increase each year. With a new section added each time the snake sheds its skin, the size of the rattle reveals the snake's age. All right, somebody different. I know Alex has some ideas. Hang in there, okay, Alex? Somebody different. Tell me, what are some interesting facts from that paragraph that you think you want to include in your report? Any ideas?
I think like the size of the rattle tells how big the snake is kind of interesting.
I think so too. It tells how old the snake is, right? So a young rattlesnake will only have 1 or 2 little rattles on it, but bigger ones, that's kind of cool. So let's see. Rattles, let's underline this part. Rattles increase each year. And then underline this part. Size of the rattle reveals the snake's age. That's a good one. Okay, what else from that paragraph was interesting to you? What do you think, Wyatt?
They can be tan, olive, or gray brown with a diamond-like pattern.
Okay, I like that. Let's underline that whole sentence right there.
That's what
Mojave
I was gonna
rattlesnakes
say.
can be tan, olive, or gray brown with dark diamond-like patterns running down their backs. So when you go to write that fact on your outline, you're going to have to really condense it to 3 words, but you could draw a triangle shape and you get that for free, or a diamond shape actually. Okay, any others from that paragraph? No, those 2. So what
That's
if
what I
we,
was gonna say. That olive and the gray. That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so let's make this number 3 right here. And then this one can be number 4. And this one, these 2 go together. Okay. So 4 is rattles increase each year, size of the rattle reveals the snake age. So now we have 4 facts. We only need 2 more because we need 6 altogether, right? So I'm going to read the last paragraph and let's find 2 more interesting facts in the last paragraph. Named for the Mojave Desert, the Mojave rattlesnake hunts in the southwestern United States and central Mexico. It is mostly nocturnal. I bet Chase knows what nocturnal is. What's a nocturnal, Chase?
You don't know what nocturnal means. It means that they instead of sleeping at night, they wake up at night and sleep in the day.
They wake up at night and sleep in the day, so they're awake at night. And then Cassie, what does hibernates mean?
So like I know a lot of animals do this. So in the winter they collect things, and I don't know, say like a squirrel or something, they'll go into like their little house and they'll stay there until the winter's over.
Yeah, basically sleep, right? Sleep until winter's over. Okay, so these are nocturnal and they hibernate in late fall and winter. So I've noticed that too, because in where I live in Tehachapi, we do have rattlesnakes and I don't see them in the winter time. They hibernate, they're asleep somewhere. And then when it warms up, especially in the middle of summer, that's when they start coming out. Okay, like other Like other pit vipers, the Mojave rattlesnake uses 2 pits on its face to sense body heat, locating predators and prey. Night after night, it kills and eats rats, other snakes, mice, lizards, birds, frogs, and insects. Okay, interesting. A viper that senses that with sensory pits, or they're like cavities, like little holes, not cavities like teeth cavities. That's probably what you're thinking. Not like that, but like holes in each side of their head. And that's what they use to sense body heat. That's kind of cool because, you know, a snake is cold-blooded, right? When you touch a snake, it's actually cold. It's not like our bodies where we have warm blood. So they can sense if there's a warm-blooded animal around, like mice, birds, frogs. Well, frogs aren't warm-blooded, but mice and birds are. Okay, so what do you guys think in that last paragraph? We need 2 more facts that we want to include. Do you have any ideas?
I think like what they eat.
Okay. Yep, I like that too. Let's underline this last part right here, all this. Obviously, we're only going to be able to pick 3 things from that list, but you can underline that whole part down there. And then Wyatt, what's another fact from this paragraph you think is interesting?
The cavities.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so like other pit vipers, let's underline Mojave rattlesnake uses 2 pits on its face to sense body heat.
Kind of reminds you of a frog.
Is that what they
But
have
even
too?
though a frog is no, but a frog has holes on the side of their face to hear, and a snake has the holes on the side of their face to, well, do what you just said.
To tell when there's a predator and prey. You guys know the difference between predator and prey, right? Okay, Alex, I know you're dying to tell us. What's the difference between a predator and a prey?
So a predator eats the prey. So like the
Yes.
prey. was
Yes.
Like let's go a lion and a gazelle. So a gazelle is a prey and the lion is a predator, and then they eat the gazelle and like gazelle, but the gazelle tries to escape away because each prey has their own way of getting away. Like the gazelle can run fast. The gazelle and a cheetah, like the gazelle run fast. The cheetah can run faster, but only for a short time. So that's like the gazelle's getaway.
Okay, so what would be a predator for the rattlesnake?
A predator would be like a coyote.
A coyote? What do you think, Wyatt?
Mountain lions.
Mountain lion's good, okay. Any other ideas of a predator? You know that go ahead, Alexis. I see your hand there.
A king snake.
A king snake. I was just going to tell you that because king snakes are so, I mean, if there was a cool snake, which I don't think there really is, but I guess if I had to pick one, I would say the king snake because they are not venomous and they are what we call friendly, right, to people. You can handle a king snake, but the king snake will eat a rattlesnake, which is super cool. So we found a king snake on our property one time. And of course, it freaked me out. And I'm like, and I'm telling my husband, get the snake up, you know, and he's like, no, that's a good snake. We need to leave that one because it'll kill the rattlesnakes. So I had to leave it. I had to let it be. So anyway, you're right.
It's just like a gopher snake. It's great for gardens because it keeps away all the
Yes.
things that like to eat stuff in your garden.
Yes, especially like wood rats and mice, because up here we have wood rats and they ate all of my potatoes.
And I have a funny story for after.
Oh, for after. Okay, sounds good. So down here where it says Mojave rattlesnakes uses 2 pits on its face to sense, let's label that one number 5. And then down here, what it eats, let's put 6 right here. All right, so we got our 6 facts. So that's how we do this, because eventually you guys are going to work on this by yourself. When you read an article, you get to pick the 6 things that are the most interesting to you about the article. Okay, that's how you narrow it down. So when you write a report, you don't have to write about every single part of the article. We're not going to write everything, but we are going to write about these 6 things. So now, going back to your outline, get that back out again. Now we have Roman numeral 2 to work on next, using the article that we just finished reading. So let me get my other pen here. Actually, I'm going to get, we put the Mojave rattlesnake on here, but we need one more word that, like we did up here, we use the word unusual. We need a word to describe the Mojave rattlesnake. And I'm thinking about using the word dangerous because it talks about how the Mojave rattlesnake is armed and dangerous at the beginning. So let's go ahead and add that word dangerous here. Go ahead.
Powerful.
Oh, or powerful, but we have that in our first fact. So I think we should keep that for the first fact, but good thinking though, Alex. And remember, this is not like math where you only have one right answer. This is, you get to put what you want to put. So we're just going to do this part together in class, but eventually you're going to do this by yourself. And if you like powerful better than dangerous, that's okay. You can use that. When you start your topic sentence right here, remember the Roman numeral is the first sentence of your paragraph. You're going to introduce what you're talking about next. So you would say something like, the next interesting desert reptile is the Mojave rattlesnake, which is dangerous. Something like that, okay? So you're going to introduce the next topic. Remember, the subject is desert reptiles. Your topics are Sahara sand viper and Mojave rattlesnake. Now I'm going to hold this. I'm going to have to flip back and forth here. So basically we're looking at number 1, and that's our first fact. So the details that go under the Roman numeral are your facts that you picked here. It says retractable fangs inject a very powerful venom, and the venom is stronger than any of the other rattlesnakes. So how are we going to put that on our outline? Anybody have an idea of what we're going to put for number 1 here? I see Alex, but let's see if anybody else has anything to put there. Okay, Wyatt, what do you think?
Very powerful venom.
Very powerful venom. Okay. I do like retractable fangs though. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of hard to pick.
Yeah. So what if we did, could we do retractable? Let's write that one first, retractable. And then can we draw some fangs, you think? I'm thinking about like a, kind of like this. I don't know. Does that look like a mouth with some fangs on it? I did kind of like a triangle shape, kind of like a less than symbol in math. And then I drew little teeth coming down right here. Retractable fangs. Will that help you remember that it's fangs? Let me zoom in a little here.
I did like a straight line and then I put like 2 pizza shapes.
Okay, whatever makes sense to you so you can remember what that is. But then I do like powerful and then venom. I think that's good, Wyatt. Oops, there we go. Sorry, my pen is so thick, it's hard to read that, but it basically says retractable, and then we drew a picture of the fangs, and then we put powerful and venom. Okay. And that's what we had for number 1. Now let's move on to number 2. Rattle, bring its head up, and strike at danger. So let's see, how about Cassie? How can we put that on our outline using only 3 words or some symbols? What do you think? This here, rattle, bring its head up, and strike at danger.
I think strike.
Okay.
And then maybe for danger, we could do a symbol, because you know when you go to like a beach and they'll have like something that says like a sign that says like danger or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a symbol.
What do you think about rattle and his head? Do we need to include that? Because that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Okay, so rattle. Okay, how about this? How about rattle? And then it says it brings its head up. So let's put head and then draw an arrow up. Head up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then strike. And then something for danger. What do we do for danger? What's a symbol?
Like a triangle with an exclamation mark in it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We
What do
already have 3.
I know we're going to draw a symbol next because we already have 3 words. I like that idea. Like this. Do a triangle with an exclamation point in it. Or whatever you come up with for your symbol for danger. Okay. Let's do one more and then we're going to talk about the checklist really quick. Okay, so the third one is grow up to 50 inches long, most grow to about 3 feet. And then it talks about the color. So we need to mention how big they get and the color that they can be. So let's have Chase help us with that one. How are we going to do number 3? All these facts listed on our outline. What do you think, Chase?
Grow 50, the number, you can use numbers free. Grow 50 inches.
Do you know the or we could do IN for inches. That's free.
Grow 50 inches long. I think that's
Okay.
all that is needed.
I wonder if we don't really need long because we pretty much snakes only grow long, right? They're not going to grow any other direction. So what if we just did grow 50 inches and then we mentioned the color? What color how should we talk about the color, Chase?
List all the like colors on it.
Well, we already have the word grow, so we only have 2 more words we can use here. Maybe
Well, put the colors on it. Put the word of it, like tan.
tan.
I forgot what color it turns, but
Or you could do like earth tone. You could say earth tone colors.
Oh yeah, earth tone. I was thinking about mentioning the dark diamond pattern too. Maybe tan, and then dark, and then draw a diamond. What about that? Grow 50 inches, tan, dark diamonds. Tan, because they're tan, like sand color, right? Because they blend in with the sand really well. So they're tan, but then they have dark triangles on their back. Okay, we're going to stop there as far as what we do in class, but your homework is going to be 2 things because we got to get started writing this report. you're going to write paragraph 1, and you're going to finish the keyword outline here. So you're only going to write 1 paragraph so far. So over here, let's put that note in the margin. Let's put write. The symbol for paragraph looks like that, 2 lines and a backwards P looking thing. So you're going to write the paragraph here and then finish keyword outline. So your homework is both of those. You're going to write the paragraph using that. And you're going to finish the keyword outline using that. Now, you're going to do 4, 5, and 6 right here. You already have it ready to go. 4, 5, 6. So it should be pretty easy for you to do that part. When you go to write the paragraph for the Sahara Sand Viper, I want you to look really quick at the checklist. That is on page, hold on, I gotta find it. Page 89. Look at the checklist really quick with me. You're only going to focus on the first paragraph. See how it has 1, 2, 3 paragraphs right here? You're just going to do the Sahara Sand Viper first, okay, for this week. But up at the top, and you can put your name on here because this is yours. And you're going to make sure your name is on the upper left-hand corner, double space. You're going to wait on the title. Actually, just kidding. No, you're not. Well, yeah, let's come back to that. Just kidding again. No title yet. We'll come back to that at the end. And then the topic clincher sentences repeat or reflect 2 to 3 key words. So you have to do that for each paragraph. So for this week, you're going to write about the Sahara Sand Viper. Don't forget to do that topic clincher rule. Find 2 or 3 key words. You're going to repeat or reflect. So they're going to be the same words or synonyms in the first and the last sentence of your paragraph. And then down here, you have a lot to do in your paragraph. This is just paragraph 1 for the Sahara Sand Viper. ly adverb, who, which clause, strong verb, and a because clause. Now, the strong verb, remember, and you're going to watch out for those banned words. A strong verb can be one of the things on your list that you can use instead of these. Say, said, see, saw, think, thought, go, went. But you can use words like slither for the snake, and that would be a strong verb. Or if you write about, what else do we learn about them? Instead of saying what they eat, right? Because that's a banned word. You could say consume, like we did in our grammar book. These snakes consume mice, rats, blah, blah, blah from your outline. Okay, so that would be an example of a strong verb. And then a because clause, just tell why something is the way it is and use the word because. So this is how I am going to grade your homework. From now on, I'm using this checklist to grade your homework. If you forget one of these, I take points off, okay? That's how important this list is. And then I want you to scan this and put it in your homework on Google Classroom with your paragraph, okay? So you're going to upload 3 things. You're going to upload your keyword outline. Again, after you add this part, upload it to Google Classroom, upload your paragraph for this, and your checklist with checks only on the first one here. These are going to be blank because we haven't done paragraph 2 or paragraph 3 yet. Do you guys have questions about this part of the homework? Alex, what's your question?
So for this one, so we're gonna be finishing paragraph 1 of the Sahara Sand Viper.
Yes. So you have some catching up to do, Alex, because I think you still need to finish up your keyword outline too. So make sure you finish your outline and write your paragraph. Yeah,
And then just one paragraph, right?
just one paragraph for Sahara Sand Viper.
And then turn it in and then write in the checkbox.
Yep, the check boxes. Yep, you got to make sure to include all of
And
this.
I turn that in, right?
Yep, and you take a picture of it or you upload it by scanning it or upload it to your Google Classroom too.
Yeah, and then on the Mojave rattlesnake, we just do the outline. We don't need to write the paragraph.
Right, yes, good question. Just finish the outline for this part, okay? Because that's a lot to try to do 2 paragraphs. Only write one paragraph here, your first paragraph, the Sahara Sand Vipers. So leave the title blank, remember, and then you're gonna start writing your paragraph on a clean sheet of paper. And then next week, we'll talk about the paragraph for this and we'll move on to the next article. Okay, good questions. Anybody else have questions about homework? No. Chase, do you have a question? No. And then your grammar is pages 136 to 138. So grammar, paragraph, and finish this part of the outline. That's your homework. Okay, cool. Good job today, you guys. Have a good day. I'll see you next. Oh yeah, Cassie was going to tell us something.
Bye.
Oh, Cassie.